the minimum point on the curve y equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5 is at dash. So this is a question, this is JAMB 1978 Mathematics question 18. So we can do this question in a number of ways. If I like, I can apply calculus approach, and if I like, I can apply quadratic equation approach. So, but let me make you understand what the question is actually saying. So what do you even mean by minimum point? If I draw a graph of quadratic, you know, a graph of quadratic can either be U-shape or at times N-shape. So when is it U-shape? That's if the coefficient of x squared is positive. That's when you have U-shape. But if the coefficient of x squared is negative, that's when you have N-shape. For this case, we have U-shape. So we are going to have we have positive. So that will give us U-shape. So it means it will be downward. It will be it will open upward. So that means the graph will open upward. What do we now mean by minimum point? So the minimum point is the lowest point on the graph. So if we trace this point to the y-axis, this will be the y-coordinate, and if we trace it to the x-axis, this will be the x-coordinate. If I combine these 2 points, I will have point x, y. So this is the minimum point that they are talking about. So how do I now calculate this? And I'm giving the function y equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5. So if I want to use calculus, I will just differentiate this. I'll find the derivative of y with respect to x. And at the minimum point, which is also a turning point, also known as stationary point. So a stationary point can be minimum point or maximum point or point of inflection. So any turning point is a stationary point. So at this turning point, the derivative of the function is always equal to 0. So once I know that, I will just set it to 0. So let me take dy dx. So dy dx will be equal to, let's differentiate this. So we will drop these 2 and subtract 1 from the power. So I will have 2x raised to power 2 minus 1. That will give me just 1. We differentiate this. If you differentiate 6x, you have ordinary 6. So that will just be minus 6. Now, don't forget I said at the turning point, at this turning point, dy dx is always equal to 0. So my answer of dy dx, I will just set it to 0. That means 2x minus 6 equal to 0. What does dy dx means? It means the gradient of the curve at the turning point. You know, the turning point is a constant point. So if you differentiate, if you take the slope of a constant, you get 0. That is, if you differentiate, so the gradient of a constant is always 0. So in that case, I will set the dy dx to be 0 because dy dx means the gradient. So in that regard, I will get the value of x. So I will have 2x equal to 6. Divide both sides by 2. X will be equal to 3. So that's the value of x. So that means x will be 3, comma. Now, if you look at the option self, we don't even need to calculate the value of y. Of course, D will be our answer. But for you to solve it completely, you now substitute for x inside the original function. So y equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5. So let me put the value of x. So that means y will be equal to 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 5. So this will give me what? 9 minus 18 plus 5. What is 9 minus 18? That will give me minus 9 plus 5. So this will just give me minus 4. So in that regard, x comma y will now be equal to what? What's the value of x? 3, comma, what's the value of y? Negative 4. So the point is D. Option D, that's 3, negative 4. Thank you. God bless you.